Hello, beautiful people. Honest Am here, the creator of the Honesty Sis newsletters and bi-weekly newsletters geared towards millennials who are truly trying to get their shit together. And this is a daily motivational video where we use the tarot to become the alchemist of our lives. A little bit about me. I do not just use the tarot. I use God and cusses in the same sentence, and I may mispronounce some things, but if it does not stop Charlemagne the God, it would not stop me. If all of that sounds true, come on, if all of that sounds true and you're tired of creating vision boards that never come true, then this video is for you. Y'all, this is like my last video of the day. I'm there. All right, God, what messages do you have for us to bring heaven on earth, to become the alchemist of our lives, or just to do magic in public? What messages do you deem worthy for us to hear at this time? If any of our guardian angels, ancestors, or beings of light would like to come in, know that they are welcome. Beings of light only. All right, God. Two messages. No. Oh, you know what? I said 2 messages, and look at that. I'm going to take those 2. The 2 messages for this reading is going to be respect and inspiration. Every time I see the respect, I feel like God is saying respect the process, respect the inspiration, respect the nudges, respect your intuition. That's how I'm feeling. A lot of us feel like a lot of us want change, but we're not sure how to bring about change. And the way that we bring about change is by us consciously making a choice to change. Like, we have to make decisions. It's not enough for us to just hope and pray that our life will be okay. We have to make conscious choices and decisions and actions towards making our dreams come true. If you want to learn how to become one with your intuition, if you want to learn how to trust your intuition, you have to respect your intuition. You have to act on it when you hear it. My intuition had me doing so much crazy shit, and I just do it. But now it's at a place where it's so fine-tuned that I just know to automatically trust it. But first, you have to get into those processes of whenever it says listen, whenever it say go, go. I was recently watching Harriet the movie because I was watching Underground. I just feel like at first I wasn't gonna watch it, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna pay respect to Harriet because we just owe her a lot. And so there was just a point in there where she was talking about like how she talked to God, and she was like, sometimes it's just a very silent voice, and I just do it so quickly before I can have time to like doubt it or question that I actually heard it. And that is how you become one. Like, that's how you become one with not only your intuition, but with God and the universe. You just trust it. Like, it's not going to make sense. And I feel like if you continue to operate in a way of where you need it to make sense, you're not going to be able to go on this journey. You're never going to be able to bring your life about. If you think that you're going to be able to make a plan and map it out and know exactly, okay, in 5 years it's going to be there, angel number 306, then it's never going to work out for you, because that's just not how life works. It's really... one thing that I love so much is The Alchemist, and I really broke it down here on the channel, and it's because it teaches you that is the process of how you bring any change about. Like, for me, I had to really realize, like, oh yeah, it's not me jumping on a boat to Africa, but it is me, putting my ideas out there, me asking people, hey, would you be interested in the newsletter? And when people say yeah, going ahead, collecting their email addresses and actually doing it. Like, a lot of us, especially us that got in the Baptist church, they got us thinking that God is going to come and save us, or we're looking for someone to save us, and we have to recognize that there is no one that's going to save us. We are the ones that are supposed to save us. You looking at God like, God help me, and he like, I created you though, like, I created you. And that's not saying that he's not going to help us, but you can't stay in this place of please help me, please help me, please, and you're not willing to like make any steps. It's just like that age-old saying of when the guy was sitting in the sinking boat and he asked God to save him, and then all these people came in to help him, and he didn't get on any of these ships, and he ended up sinking, and God was like, well, I sent you 3 ships. So it's like, move, take action. All right, but don't take my word for it. I'm going to get some more cards out here. God, what do we need to know about respecting our intuition and respecting our inspiration? How do we learn to co-create with you and the universe and understanding divine timing? God, how do we develop our intuition? What tool do you have? Please let us know what we need to know about this respect and inspiration. Make it as clear as possible. As clear as possible. Yes. I love it. So, as clear as possible, the card that came out is my life is as good as I allow it to be. Many people focus upon unwanted things and with no deliberate attention to the emotional guidance system within them, and then they try to compensate for their lackful thinking with physical action. And because of the misalignment of energy, they do not get the results from their action. So they try to work harder by offering more action, but things still do not improve. Like the air you breathe, abundance is available in all things around you. Your life is simply as good as you allow it to be. So that's what God is trying to get you to understand. Like, you can't focus on, okay, this is the thing. If you want change, you cannot take the attitude of being like, but God don't never, like, how can I trust him? Like, I tried to do this and it ain't work out. It's just like you saying, oh yeah, I don't want to be on a diet because when I tried 10 years ago, I ain't gonna do it. Like, but you just gonna keep eating crazy and all of that stuff. And it's like, what do you think is gonna happen? Asia number 606. God is saying, in order for you to come into balance, in order for you to have the life that you ultimately want, in order for you to feel good, there's a need for you to respect not only your emotions, not only how you feel, but also your inspirations and your intuition. You have to start taking action on your intuition. I feel like for some of you guys, your body is telling you that you're not happy where you are. You want to make a change, but yet the fear of how, I guess the fear of you thinking that things are going to get worse, but God is saying, no, the whole purpose of this journey, the whole purpose of you trying to realize a goal is for your life to get better. We got this saying, more money, more problems. And it's like, yeah, nigga, if you think that way, it's going to be that way because your life is only as good as you allow it. But if you take the attitude that everything that is happening to you is happening for you, if you take the attitude that whenever you come against an obstacle, that obstacle is only there to make you stronger, if you take that attitude that if somebody betray you, it's not a reflection of who you are, but a reflection of how they feel on the inside, if you take the attitude that you are going to be the emperor of your life and you're going to really become the alchemist of your life and rule it and live it in the way that you want it to be, then that's how you become the alchemist of your life. Your life can be as good as you allow it to be. But the problem is that we feel like because life been bad and because our, especially all of this, I just feel like it's like a lot of negative propaganda and a lot of it's like a gift and a curse because it's like we're seeing so many of these. We're seeing so much television about like the 60s and like when we're slavery or when we're in civil rights and we're fighting for our stuff and people are treating us like property and treating us like shit. And like, I feel like that's subconsciously trying to like weigh on our emotions. But God is saying, instead of allowing that to make you feel like you're unworthy, respect that. Like, look at our people and look at how far we came and realize that if these people who couldn't even read or write could follow the North Star, follow their intuition, their inspiration, and take action when nothing around them told them that they were supposed to be free, then how fucking hard is it for you to try to produce a CD? Like, how hard is it for you to try to produce a screenplay? It's like we make these things feel like they're so much grander than life when people have really put their fucking lives on the line to really try to push our lives forward. Like, the stuff that we have to do is light work. The heavy work has already been done for us. But it's on us for us to recognize that, yes, okay, our ancestors have done this. Our ancestors have gave us the torch, but now it's on us to allow us to take our people to the next level. And I don't know where the fuck that came from, but I feel that in my soul. I feel like God is saying, stop allowing the inspiration of, a Black Panther and of, what else did we just watch? Like Black Panther and others. I don't know, like just Black Panther for some reason. Like just allowing that to don't just look at that as just the inspiration. Like that's planting the idea. That's letting you know that is possible. It's possible. Like you don't just feel good in the moment. Take action on these inspirations. I was recently listening to the treatment episode with oh my god, I'm not going to, is it David Talbert, I want to say, the one who just did Jingle Jangle. And he was saying how he went to go see Black Panther and he came home and like threw away a whole screenplay and went and worked on Jingle Jangle. And then now we have Jingle Jangle because he said if that's the level of excellence, because he wasn't a hater. He didn't hate it. He said he respected the process, and he said if that's the level of excellence that we have to obtain to, I have to shoot for, I ain't got time to be shooting on this bullshit. And he took that inspiration and he created something else greater that can be a companion piece. And so I feel like what God is saying is stop allowing these YouTube videos to get you hyped up in the moment and make you feel like it's possible, and then you log off and you don't do shit about it. Or then you click on to the next video to hype yourself up more. God is saying, put some action behind all of this talking, dreaming, and all of the, all of this all of this talking. Do some action. All right. Why I just get so hype? I hate when that happens. All right, God. My one final message. This message done got too long. Agent number 11 and 8 about respecting the process, respecting our history as a repeat people, respecting our place in society, like just respecting our DNA, knowing that we're destined for greatness, respecting our past, respecting that we are exactly where we need to be. God, how do we not only trust our intuition, but allow it to guide us to create something greater? How do we move in inspiration and not just allow it to make us feel good, but allow us to put it into something greater? How can we take this attitude that the better it gets, the better it gets? Just give us one final answer, God. Make it as plain as possible. And that's the card. As plain as possible. Ending the trauma. Look at that. Ending the trauma, transform memories and symptoms. Angel number 1206. This is what we're trying to do. This is what God is asking you to do. End the cycle. Yeah, nobody in your family ain't never been rich and famous. Nobody in your family ever lived out their dreams. So why you don't think that you can do it? I had to realize, like, I'm from a good ass bloodline. Yeah, I have some uncles that did some shady shit, but overall, my grandfather, my great grandmama, like, there's some good ass people. And because of personal shit, because of generational traumas, we have not been able to really, truly capitalize and like, deposit all that goodness that's in our blood. And so when I'm doing all this, I know it's my birthright. I know I'm cashing in on what my ancestors already did. Of course it's guaranteed for me, but it was on me to do those steps, to close those doors, to constantly pivot and make the decisions to get where I am, to say I'm ending this cycle, I'm ending this trauma. Yeah, I'm in a corporate job right now, but I'm saying that's not where I'm going to be all the time. I'm taking my intuition is saying, guide me. My intuition saying, make a YouTube channel. My intuition said, go ahead. And mind you, all this started from me working on a fucking manuscript, from me writing a book. That's all I was supposed to be doing, was writing a book. I was trapped in a dead end job that I hated. It wasn't even a dead end job. It's a job that 1 million people would pay for, but I didn't want it. And I felt trapped. And every single day I was crying and trying to find ways to non-permanently harm myself just to get time off work. And I got on my hands and knees and I prayed to God and I asked him, God, just give me something, one thing. And I promise you, I will follow it. And what he gave me was the outline to my book. And I have followed it. 7 years later, I'm still following it. But it wasn't just the book. It was go to yoga. It was do the newsletter. It was it was pivots. And it looked crazy. And I lost friends and I lost my partner. And I thought, it hasn't always been easy. But I transformed it. It has not always been easy. But I knew it was necessary so that I can end these cycles. I knew that it was necessary to do those steps so that I can allow my life to be better, so that I can allow my life to be great. The people that you love them because there's a part of them that is reflecting the greatness in you. If you obsessed with Jay-Z as much as I am, it's because it's something in you that have a Jay-Z-ness about you. It's some greatness that's in you that's waiting to be transmuted. Y'all, I didn't even know this was fucking here. Heart of the matter, heart of the matter, align life's path through the heart. Let's read this. This is what we're focusing on. God is just, he's trying, you can have it. You can be the one. You are the one. You are the one that we're waiting for. You are the one that you're waiting for. Nobody's going to save you. I feel like this message all over the place. Angel number 1534. Heart is the chamber of unity. It holds the essence of oneness and serenity. It blinds to the truth that is concealed within it. It is the clay that embraces both darkness and light. Remove the covering and behold this lovely heart basking in the light of truth. Altar. In Sufi wisdom, the human heart is a palace of divine grace in the sanctuary of God's love. It is the source and the center for every image, yet it takes no form of its own. It is the place where duality cannot enter. Everything in the heart is united into one. His true value is only recognized by love. There is energy in the air like fragrance that surrounds and shelters your heart with a pure love like you have never known before. If you feel unsatisfied with your life, search within yourself and find out if your spirit and ego are in harmony with one another. Frustration and loneliness are caused by war going on inside of you, between your heart and the ego. The spirit is interested in taking the ego into its own realm, while your ego wants to do the reverse and break you away from your spirit. Dear one, you are embraced by open, nurturing hearts and loving souls, a garden of beauty where you can renew yourself. Pure happiness comes to those whose hearts are polished like a mirror to reflect their excitement and desire to expand. Life is a process of constant creation. Use your heart as a guide in all non-physical choices, good or bad, conscious or unconscious, in pain or in ecstasy. Know that the heart can bring all opposites to union through love. Your mantra for this week is, I am recalibrating my frequencies to resolve the battle between my rational mind and my heart by letting my mind take care of the physical matters and letting my heart bring me into alignment with the true pathway of my life. Angel number 1720. And so to wrap this message up for you, God is saying, in order for you to free yourself, in order for you to truly become the alchemist of your life, there is a need for you to just respect your process, respect where you are, respect God, respect that you are exactly where you are needing to be. God is asking you to transmute your pain, to end the trauma, to start focusing and thinking about life getting better and better. Your life is only going to be as good as you allow it to be. So open your hearts up to your heart's desires and allow yourself to take action on those inspirations. Angel number 1808. Guys, that is all the messages I have for you. I truly hope that it was beneficial for you. If it was, please give me your key takeaways below. If not, at least give me a thumbs up. Until we meet again, dream those dreams. Never let the internet rush you. And never, ever let someone tell you what you can't do. I swear to God, guys, you can make this possible. I never thought that I would be here doing these YouTube channels, being here. Like, I was self-conscious, but I'm here. And I know I'm on my path to realizing my dream. So you can do it too. You just have to take that leap of faith. Ashe. I'll see you around. Be good to yourself and to others.